Night Bride. I'm your hostess, Peggy Kelly. Now, what's Late Night Bride, you ask? And where did it come from? Well, I'm a wedding planner. I've been a wedding planner for about 11 years. And my experience is most brides are online and working really hard from 8 at night until 2 in the morning, hence late night. So one night, as I was emailing back to them, this young lady named Debbie emailed and said, I just got engaged and I'm all stressed out. What do I do? I emailed her back and I said, breathe, take a walk, go to bed, go on a date tomorrow night, and everything will be okay. What I realized is that there were a lot of ladies and gentlemen out late at night, online, doing things that had nothing to do with their engagement, but had to do with task. And I said, how can I help? How can I make that different? How can I make it fun? And most of all, how can I get them back in their engagement? So welcome to Late Night Bride. Let's have some fun. Let's find some resources. And most of all, let's get you back into your engagement. So let's start right after this.
Hi, I'm Julie and this is Frank. We're from the Pasadena Humane Society and SPCA. You might know us for our pet adoptions, but did you know that we also offer many services to help pet owners in need? Programs such as low-cost spay-neuter, vaccination and microchip clinics, a pet food pantry, and more. Hey, if you have a pit bull, chihuahua, or even a free-roaming cat in our service area, the spay-neuter is free. And if you're experiencing a pet behavior problem, check out our free behavior helpline, register for one of our behavior classes, or come to one of our monthly education programs. We even offer programs for kids and volunteering. So if you need some support with your pet, let us help you. For more information or to get involved, visit PasadenaHumane.org. Right, Frankie?
Pacific Oaks College and Children's School have been part of the Pasadena community for over 70 years. Pacific Oaks was founded on the principles of inclusion, social justice, and respect for the unique potential of every individual. Many of our students are adult learners who come to Pacific Oaks because we strive to teach the principles of fairness and equal opportunity. We encourage adult learners to find an area of study that fits their strengths and ambitions so that you are able to become more engaged in your community.
Learning is a lifelong journey. At Pacific Oaks, we provide guidance to adult learners through our student services resources. Whether you are beginning your journey into higher education or transitioning into a new career, you are supported in your education and can focus immediately on growing and leading.
Pacific Oaks empowered me with the skills and knowledge to become an effective agent of change. We are all part of this community. We are part of Pasadena. We are Pacific Oaks.
Welcome back to Late Night Bride. And where does a bride always start? For me, of course, being a planner, I say, get a wedding planner. And if you're gonna get a wedding planner, get the best. And I wanna welcome Charlie Isabella King, who I know to be one of the best. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Coming from you, that's lovely. Thank you.
We've known each other a long time.
Yep.
We started in the same arena, I believe, better known as catering. Tell us your story.
Well, previous to that, my background is musical theater. I used to do Broadway shows and West End shows for 20 years from when I was a kid. So my background is putting on a show, singing, dancing, acting, and I had a really great career for a long time. And then I decided, I think I want to be a wedding planner. It was a really random thing that perhaps one day I might go into this business. Anyway, cut a long story short, I worked with the fantastic Pauline Parry at Good Gracious Events, and
Wonderful.
She became my mentor. I trained with her for 4 years and then went out on my own. But I did train from catering, and she said to me, you need to get in the kitchen and you need to learn how to work the kitchen, see what the chef does to become a better planner. And I was like, I don't want to be a caterer, I want to be a planner. She's like, get in the kitchen, you need to learn. And it was the best advice she ever gave me, because now I can do menus, I know the timing, I can go to any any hotel in the world and know, and it's going to be right.
So let's talk about the number one stressor in wedding planning. I always like to say when the money gets funny, we all get crazy. So let's talk about budgets. Fun, aren't they?
It's the hardest thing to talk about between brides and grooms, and let alone a wedding planner. But it's the first question I ask them, like, what is your budget? And I specifically ask them that right at the top because I need to know where I can help you and help you allocate your money to, different sections and spend your money wisely. Because I want people to make the right decisions. So it's one of the hardest things for someone to tell me, well, actually, I have $50,000 or I have $100,000 or $1 million. It doesn't matter. Even if someone says, well, I don't have a budget, they do have a budget. There's always a bottom line, and I just try and pull it out of them.
And once you have it, do you find that they really do understand what it takes to build a wedding in today's market?
So after they've told me their budget, I then ask them to send me their Pinterest page because then I can see what they want and what they actually have, because sometimes they don't realize that the wedding that they have is a $500,000 wedding on Pinterest, but they only have a $50,000 budget. So I find it's educating. I have to educate them. And once I've told them, well, that's beautiful and I can make that happen, but this is the reality and this is what it's going to cost. Once they understand that, then it's easier for them, because they don't, when you're going into a wedding, you don't know how much things cost.
Absolutely.
And it's always a shocker to them of the price of things.
Do you find when there are multiple streams, and when we talk about that, the parents of the groom are contributing and the parents of the bride are contributing, they're contributing, something's being sponsored, that type of a situation is a little bit more challenging?
It is harder because you've got all this different revenue coming in for all these different things, and then all these different people have different opinions.
Absolutely.
So that's really hard. When I have a bride and groom who just are paying for it for themselves, it's much, much easier.
If you could give 2 top tips that every couple could just exhale with and go, oh, I'm so glad she said that, what would they be?
It would be to really find out what's important to you in your wedding. Is it the flowers? Is it the music? Is it the food and beverage? Because once you figure out what's important, then I can help you sort out your money as to where to put it. So that's really important, to figure out, I want to have the best, biggest flowers that you've ever seen, and I want to be able to educate. Let me educate you.
Money is a wonderful conversation, but really the joy of a wedding is the best. And we're going to have that conversation when we return. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll talk more and we'll be back in just a moment. Thanks.
Do you want to change lives? Then come work with us. Options for Learning teachers guide, encourage, and support students' educational goals. All this while building confidence and critical thinking. Join our team of over 950 employees throughout the San Gabriel Valley. We have infant, toddler, preschool, and school-age teaching positions. Teach with us and help change lives. Find out how at optionsforlearning.org, where we don't just teach, we allow children to flourish.
Hi there, my name is Jasmine De La Torre. I started at Day One when I was 15 as a youth advocate, and now I work as an education coordinator. I am a testament to Day One's work in giving students a voice and the skills needed to succeed. With Day One's 30 years experience in providing public health education, we really listen to the community and bring people together to make great things happen for those in need. Our 3 approaches to building a vibrant community are Live Long, Live Loud, and Live Love. Live Long speaks to the work around public health, such as providing nutrition or fitness classes to low-income families. Live Loud is about the advocacy work that we do with youth. We help them develop leadership skills that allow them to make meaningful changes in their community. Live Love is all about giving back. The best example of that is our annual Cherishing Children event. It is an event driven by Day One youth advocates to provide gifts to over 500 low-income families. To support Day One, please visit goday1.org.
Welcome back to Late Night Bride. I'm your hostess, Peggy Kelly. Here's my favorite part of the show. It's called Timeless Tips. These are the tips that I know are so important for every bride and bridal couple to know about. See, there are things that are nice to know, but then there are things you really need to know. Advice that is essential that any bride feels lucky to know about, because I've heard it so many times. I wish somebody had told me that. If you're wondering whether it's that or something else, here's the part of the show that you don't want to miss. So let's get together and let's do some timeless tips. Remember we said when the money gets funny, we all get crazy? So let's talk about budgets again. I believe you need to classify your cash. Simply, wedding budgets are all about balance. Start your budget planning by making a list of critical details like your music, your wedding gown, the invitations, the flowers, the photographer, and assign a number to each one. Is it a 1 for most important? Is it a 3? Would be nice to have, but not absolutely essential. Invest your money in all of your number 1s first, and then cut corners on your number 3s. But everything cannot fall in that number 1 category. For example, if you want a designer gown and fabulous food, then put your number 1s there. If you really love entertainment and really love florals, then put your 1s there. At the end of the day, your 1s and 3s will be more 1s than 3s, but together they will make a total budget of what is important to you. And just when you think we haven't talked enough about budgets in your wallet, here's what we like to call leave some room in your wallet time. Your wedding budget should follow a basic formula. Food and rentals are going to take about half. Then you have about 10% for flowers, maybe 10% for your gown and wedding attire. That also means the gentleman too. 10% for entertainment, unless music is a very important piece, and then it goes up to about 20%. How about photo and video? Please do not forget about video. It's so important to your day, especially in the area of ceremony. And then you have your invites. That tells the story from the very beginning. And then we have what everybody forgets about, miscellaneous items. Now, who and what is a miscellaneous item? Is your wedding planner a miscellaneous item? I don't think so, but it could be, and it may be that that person becomes a day of versus full service. But how about a few things that you may not have thought about? There are some surprise expenses like extra printing for invites, just in case more people need to be invited. How about some extra tailoring needs for your gown? How about an umbrella for rainy days? Do we have a rain plan in mind if you have an outdoor venue? And then there's wedding programs. And the one that nobody ever thinks about, are you tipping your vendors and your caterer? Are there gratuities that need to be taken care of? And last but not least, remember, there is tax and service charges with vendor services. That, in today's market, is a huge portion of your budget. So set it aside, put it in. If you have a $10,000 budget, take 30% of that out from the start and go and start from there.
Hi, my name is Ray Hayes, and this is Madeline. I'm here to tell you about a wonderful nonprofit rescue organization right here in Pasadena, California, the Rainbow Rescue. The Rainbow Rescue was started 3 years ago to help all sorts of animals in need, whether from injury, abuse, neglect, or simply to assist with a vet bill, or assist those that are homeless with their pets. The Rainbow Rescue also assists other nonprofit organizations, either in person, by adopting, or by making financial contributions. To learn more about us and how you can help, visit us at therainbowrescue.org or on Facebook. Thank you very much for your support.
Welcome back to Late Night Bride. Now, we were talking about budgets, and one of the biggest pieces of your budget, other than food and beverage, is entertainment. And who does entertainment best? Let's just take a look at what real entertainment looks like. Welcome, Luxury Entertainment Group. Let's take a look at what they do. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce the man behind Luxury Entertainment Group, Rich Martinez. Yay! And there's my friend. Hi, my dear.
Hi.
So great to see you.
You too. And you know this lady.
Yes.
Hi,
lovely.
Good to see you.
Welcome to Late Night Bride.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So, I'm going to tell you a little secret, and you know this secret, but you don't know this secret.
I don't.
So the secret is that Rich and I talked about this show, this concept, a year ago. And it has taken from that day until this, and it's so appropriate that he's here to do this, because I wouldn't be here without you. And I can honestly say there's been a lot of events that I wouldn't be here without you. So welcome.
Thank you so much.
This.
It's exciting. It's finally come to fruition.
It's
This is
finally
so
here.
beautiful.
It's finally here. And and let's talk about entertainment. Let's talk about what you do. Let's talk about the DJ lighting side, because you're the mastermind behind that. And share a little bit about your background, how you got into it, and some top tips that you want to share with people.
Absolutely. So I found my passion for DJing when I was 8. I remember sitting on a stage where I saw what a DJ was for the first time and feeling like he played one song and a second song and a third song and everyone's hands went in the air, and I remember seeing the facial expressions on people's faces and feeling like, wow, that's incredible how one person can make so many people so happy at the same time.
Sure.
So when I was 11, I got my first job. I started saving up and buying equipment and started DJing everything I can get my hands on.
Wow.
Through high school, through university, through studying abroad, and eventually when I came back from my master's program in Spain, I started working in television and feature films, but I could never let go of DJing. So one of our accounts at the time was Calvin Klein, and then they grew our account by 600%. So I have DJs in New York, and Miami, and Las Vegas, LA, and Orange County, and now I found an awesome business partner. So we merged earlier this year. So now Luxury DJs became Luxury Entertainment Group.
Yeah, I'm so excited for you. So excited.
And I merged with a live music company, so it's the best of both worlds of bringing your DJs and your live music together with theatrical lighting to really help elevate an experience. So one of the questions you asked was just our process and what we do. Our internal philosophy is to make every event we touch, no matter how small or how big, a masterpiece. So you have an event, it's a canvas for you to, through entertainment, help create a great experience for everyone there. And so just really, there's a Maya Angelou quote that I love that says, people won't remember what you said, they won't remember what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. And that's really, want to make sure everyone feels like, wow, that's one of the best events I've ever been to.
Let's talk about lighting, because, for many of us, lighting is magic. And and we were talking about budgets earlier, and we say, if you've got a little bit of money, please put it in your lighting.
I can't stress how much lighting is everything.
Yeah.
Lighting to me is it's like going to see a Broadway show and the stage isn't lit. There's no drama. Not only do they not look great, it's just lighting just makes everything fantastic. And it's the hardest thing to sell to a bride, to explain, but it's everything.
And what's your favorite on that? Pin spots, uplights, washes?
Oh my God, I love it all. Washes, I think, give you washes, patterns, pin spots, just really help you create a beautiful masterpiece out of. It's incredible how you can walk into a ballroom and it looks plain and drab. Once you add the lighting, it just takes your event to a whole nother level.
We're going to talk more about lighting because that is where the magic's at right after this. Stay tuned. It's Late Night Bride, and we're here so that you can have fun in your engagement.
Hi there, I'm Amaris, and I would like to tell you about Remainders Creative Reuse. We're a nonprofit centered around creating art with recycled and upcycled materials. We have classes for everything from sewing to sculpture, painting to printmaking. Remainders is for everyone, from toddlers to grandmothers. My mom, Robin, is the founder, and we work together with many generous volunteers to provide a space of creativity, sustainability, and togetherness here in Pasadena. We invite you to join us and get creative.
Welcome back to Late Night Bride, where we're speaking with Charlie King and Rich Martinez, extraordinary wedding planner, amazing entertainment and DJ. I've got a party going on here. I hope you're enjoying the party at home. But more so, we want you to know how you can get in touch with these amazing people when this party's over, but you need someone to party with you. So tell us, Charlie, how can they reach you?
My email is charlie@bluebellevents.com. I'm on Instagram at charliebluebell, Twitter's at charliebluebell, and my website, bluebellevents.com.
Bluebell Events. And Rich, how do we find you?
Ours is the same. It's 3 words, Luxury Entertainment Group, so luxuryentertainmentgroup.com. Email would be events@luxuryentertainmentgroup, and all of our social media handles are Luxury Entertainment Group.
Now see how easy that is? All you have to do is look up Bluebell Events, Luxury Entertainment Group. You've got it, no problem. So now let's have some fun stories, because we've all had fun stories. And that's what makes this why we do it. So if you could tell your favorite fun story, let's tell the one that brought the tear, Charlie.
Oh gosh, good or bad?
No, the good tear. The good
tear. Oh gosh, for me, it's anything to do with the father of the bride and the bride. That anything that, because my father has passed, anything that when the bride walks down the aisle with her father, or the first dance with her father, when he sees her in the dress for the first time, that's when I knew that I'd found my favorite second career. Transitioning into this was I did my first wedding and I sobbed when I got the bride down the aisle. That's when I knew.
Right.
So yeah, anything to do with the father of the bride, or as we were talking earlier, the groom's face when he sees the bride go down the aisle, and you see the joy in his face and the love, and he's sobbing and we're sobbing, and
There's
not dry in the house.
Don't you love that now in the programs that they can put a tissue? They have a little tissue packet. It's a little envelope that says for tears of joy. They're now in the program. They're now in the program.
You usually stick them in the bouquets. You can't see
Absolutely,
them,
so
but
you
I
can't
love
see it.
that you can put them in the program.
And Rich, how about you? What's the hot party? What's hot now in entertainment?
What's really one of the areas where one of the trends, and I think it's only going to grow, is being able to have the best of both worlds of having a live DJ and also having live musicians.
Right.
So for your dinner and cocktail hour, having something romantic like a violinist or strings for those elements mixed with DJs, and then as you progress and go into the party, bringing in a drummer or a percussionist or saxophonist to really elevate the experience and take it to the next level. That's one of the greatest trends that we love to do.
What would you say to the next couple that you talk to in regards to how to work with me?
That's a great question. I think what I would recommend is, in terms of like working with us, I love to peel back the layers and really understand the couple, because it's incredible to hear their journey, what brought them together, and then we reverse engineer to do everything we can musically, with lighting, with entertainment, to bring those elements together.
Okay, and Charlie, how about you?
Yeah, it's finding out who they are, where they've come from. That's so true. And creating their special wedding. It's making it personal to them, finding out what music touches them. Not only them, but their parents, their grandparents, their friends. That music just brings everything together.
So I think what we're all saying, from Late Night Bride to you, we love Pinterest, but we love you more. Please tell us your story. We want to know it, we want to create it, and most of all, we want to celebrate it. So from us to you, congratulations on your engagement. Now, go on date night, go have some fun, fall more in love than you've ever been, and know that we've got you. We're gonna be here at LateNiteBride.com. Also, Late Night Bride on Facebook. You can send questions, we're gonna answer them, and we're gonna be the people up at night from 8 at night until 2 in the morning, emailing you back, posting you back, and celebrating what love is all about. Because with everything, there's a little bit of cheer, but most of all, from us to you, thank you, thank you. Fall in love with Late Night Bride.